your problems and your responsibilities and what you have to deal with, it always seems more complicated inside of your head. At least that's the case for me. I'm learning that it's not good just to have stuff up here, because as I have stuff up here and I build upon what's up there, it usually gives me more anxiety and more worry. And I'm learning that reality is always easier to deal with than what's going on in my head. Great example. I've been stressing a little bit this week. I have a lot of things to do. I got more meetings than I usually do. So I've been kind of on edge because I have a lot to do. Today, first of all, it's pouring outside. So some of my plans got canceled or postponed. And not just that, I thought I had more to do than I actually had to do as far as my assignments and my homework. So I have more time all of a sudden. And this happens to me quite a bit. I get really worked up about what I have to get done, and I let it kind of consume me. And reality ends up being easier than what I thought in my head. So I'm making this video to remind myself that as I stress and as I worry, 9 times out of 10, what I think about in my head is always going to be harder than reality. What I stress about in my mind is always going to be harder than the reality of what happens in my life. I think this is why Jesus tells his followers not to worry and not to be anxious, but to look, to pay attention, to look at reality and to look outside of your mind and don't let your thoughts and your worries cloud your perception of reality. Because I don't think life is very hard. I think it can be hard, but I don't, especially for someone like me, I'm very fortunate, and I know that I live in a good country, I live in a good state, I live in a good city, and most of the worries I deal with on a day-to-day basis has to do with what's going on up here. And look at that, the rain is picking up. I don't know about you, but I like the rain.